Irma Garza. You're watching the City of Harlingen YouTube channel. Today we are visiting with our Harlingen Fire Department with Fire Marshal's investigator, Mr. Richard Alvarez. We are talking today about something that could mean life and death. We are talking about the importance of changing the batteries in our smoke alarms. With the ending of daylight saving time coming up on November 7th. It's a good idea, and you all say this all the time. Don't just change your clocks, but also change the battery in your smoke alarms.
Yes. With time change, you should be changing your batteries in your smoke alarms. You should be testing them once a month, and twice a year you should be changing those batteries at time change.
Ooh, okay, let's dial it back a little bit. Testing. Testing. How do we do that? Sounds complicated.
Yes. No, it's not complicated at all. Your smoke alarms will be located in the hallways leading to the bedrooms, and one in every bedroom. And there's basically a test button that's on it. And all you have to do is push the test button and hold it down. And I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate that. So we just push the test button, and a 3-beat sound will come out. And that's signifying that the smoke alarm is working. So you do that once a month, and then twice a year you change out the batteries on it.
And twice a year is, when we have to change our time, when you spring forward and fall back, which is a good reminder.
Yes, it is. And it's not going to be difficult. You're going to have to remove the smoke alarm from the ceiling where it's located, and then just open it up, and most of them are a square 9-volt batteries.
Do most of them have the 9-volt battery?
Most of them do. The newer ones are kind of like this one right here. This one's more of a seal component. This one, you do not change out the battery, and the battery is good for 10 years.
Oh, okay.
Because smoke alarms are good for 10 years in either one, in a 9-volt or in the seal component ones.
Okay, what about the little green light? Mine has it's exactly like this, and the light is always green, so I just walk by and I check to make sure that the light is green, but I haven't been testing it once a month. I'm sorry, I fail.
Yes. So what that is so in the homes now, smoke alarms are both AC powers and DC powers. What that is, it has electrical power coming in through it, and it has a battery backup through it. So because it has power running through it, you're always going to have a green light on it. So that's just indicating that you have power coming to it, and that the battery is being charged. But if we saw this a lot when we lose power at our house, the light turns red. That means that your batteries are dead, and you'll hear a chirping sound. It's more of a chirp. Every 3 to 4 minutes, that chirp is going to go off, and that's just signifying that the battery is low and you need to replace them. Smoke alarms, again, are there in your sleeping areas. That's where they're supposed to be placed at. They're placed in the hallways leading to the sleeping areas, and one in each bedroom. And the reason for that is, you're asleep, you're not going to be smelling the smoke, you're not going to be having that sense at night. So this smoke alarm is going to basically be doing that for you while you're sleeping.
Okay. Now, if it does go off while you're sleeping, what are we supposed to do?
So that is a good question. So everybody should be sleeping with their doors closed. You sleep with your doors closed. If that smoke alarm goes off, your first thing is to check the door before you exit out that door. If you check the door with the back of your hand and you notice that it's hot, then you do not exit that door. You use a secondary exit, which would be a window or something, to exit out your home.
Okay, so if it goes off, that means something's wrong, you need to get out.
Yes, if it goes off, that means that something's wrong, it needs to go off. Unless you hear that chirping sound. Again, that chirping sound is a different sound. You kind of hear it in the background because we put that there. So that chirping sound means that the battery's low.
Okay, now we should get out and call 911 instead of, hey, where's my cell phone? I got to get to the phone. Do it from outside or get a neighbor to help you out.
That is correct. Once you get out, make sure everybody's out of the house. You have your meeting place that you're going to meet outside. And then you go to a neighbor's house and use their phone. Or if you have your cell phone with you outside, you call from outside. And make sure that you give them the address where you're located at.
And the important thing is that you do have a meeting place somewhere outside. Call 911. Don't try to take care of it on your own.
No, that is perfectly correct. Every fire starts as a small fire. We don't want anybody to be a hero. We are here as a fire service to protect everybody.
And these smoke alarms work. If they have a battery and or are plugged in.
Yes, if they have a battery and you're checking them once a month and you're changing out the battery, every at time change.
Okay.
Yes.
So daylight savings time ends on November 7th. Don't just change the time on your clock. Make sure that you check and change the battery. If you don't remember when the last time was that you changed it, it's probably a good time for you to change it. And this is a good time to do it. Inspector Alvarez, thank you so much for being with us. Important information that can mean the difference between life and death. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching the City of Harlingen's YouTube channel. I'm Irma Garza.